Hello and welcome to Archvelder's Hacks with Archvelder and his amazing hacks. In this video I'm going to give you the fastest possible method to grind lovely charms using a fabulous NPC army. So the Lovers in the Air festival has hit Warcraft again, and it's time to celebrate as we always do in Azeroth by chopping up our enemies and grinding their bone and gristle into dubious love charms. As always with Lovers in the Air, you'll find some goblins in your faction capital which will give you a lovely charm collector's kit, which will in turn give you a chance to collect lovely charms from anything you kill within level appropriate range. Now in Shadowlands, with level scaling, it's become less important to find weak mobs as everything scales to your level, and instead there's a focus on increasing player power. In this video I'm going to show you how to create your own army to destroy mobs hyper fast. We're going to do this by revisiting two methods I published 6 years ago. We're going to glitch out some powerful quest NPCs and use them to grind charms. This method requires a level 10 Horde character which can be created instantly using the allied race option. I say level 10, in fact any level from 10 to 50 is fine. You may want to use a character with flying, as you'll need to ride your character manually down from the top of the Eastern Kingdoms to the bottom, and you can't use flight paths. On the other hand, lower level characters are more efficient for high DPS, so bear that in mind when deciding which character to use. Characters above level 50 will not be able to use this exploit unless they party sync down to lower levels. This is the fastest option for farming lovely charms, apart from an even faster option in Shadowlands, where you can literally create infinite NPCs by glitching out a bonus objective. That method is extremely hardcore. It requires a twinked out character or a small team to work, and is way too strong to survive being posted publicly, and it's consequently only available on my Patreon. The method I'm going to explain in this video should be more than enough for most casual players. First, complete the Silver Pine Forest quest chain beginning at Forsaken High Command, and complete all quests up to taking the battlefront, after completing Transdimensional Warfare 3. You should then have 3 quest NPCs: Lord Godfrey, Lord Walden and Baron Ashbury. These NPCs are very powerful for quest guardians, and were originally designed to be used only in Silver Pine Forest, and they normally disappear when you leave the area. However, they can be glitched out of the zone. Go to the border between Silver Pine Forest and Hillsbrad foothills. Dismount. This only works if you dismount it. Run into Silver Pine from Hillsbrad and backpedal over the borderline back into Silver Pine, as I'm showing here. If you time it exactly right, the NPCs will spawn in Hillsbrad and can then be taken anywhere. This will likely take you more than a few tries. It takes some luck to get it right. Now we begin the Hillsbrad Foothills quest chain, starting at South Point Gate, and complete quests until we encounter Johnny Awesome and Apothecary Leiden in the quest Protocol in the Sludge Fields. Again, we receive Johnny and the Apothecary as quest pets. Go down to the southern border between the Sludge Fields and Hillsbrad Foothills, and as before, move in and out of the zone. The idea being again that due to latency, the NPCs will spawn in Hillsbrad Foothills rather than the Sludge Fields, and will then follow you anywhere. Now you should have an army of 5 NPCs, and collectively they are very strong and will kill anything in the Eastern Kingdoms below max level. However, we want to go somewhere with a fast respawn rate, so let's try out some of the best known areas with instant respawn mobs. Quite a bit further south in the wetlands is this infamous area with dragonkin fighting orcs. This yields a decent amount of charms, around 400 per hour, but not a spectacular amount. The best area to use our army of quest NPCs turns out to be Blackrock Stronghold. Surprisingly, given the number of NPCs that spawn, our misfit army can take more or less all of them down with barely a scratch. Now, this is how respawning in this area works. In addition to the 3 packs in front of me, there's an additional pack located behind a hill to the right of Blackrock Stronghold. For the whole area to respawn fully at its fastest, you need to kill both the 3 main packs and this additional pack. I used a priest here because our quest NPCs can take damage and will die eventually, so I could heal them up. But to be honest, it's a better option to go with the DPS class and increase your farming speed. If you are under-geared and or playing a squishy class, be mindful of the fact that if you aggro enough hostile NPCs here, they can kill you in seconds. So in that case, you might want to pull away when tagging an extra large pack. The hostile NPCs will stop following you after a few seconds and end up being decimated by your companions. So now you have the perfect lovely charm storm. As you have an army of powerful quest guardians, a huge number of hostile NPCs to kill, and instant respawns. With an aggressive approach and the right class with decent gear, you could make enough charms for a mount in only a few hours. In addition to the lovely charms themselves, these mobs do drop items which have transmog value. Indeed, many people farm this area solely for that reason. You might want to download the add-on Loot Appraiser, which tells you the market value of each item you can get. Armor and weapons here can sell for over 10,000 gold. Additionally, this is actually one of the best ways to level up a character also, if you choose not to lock experience. Easily the best approach in the whole game for mob grinding. You might actually want to lock experience with the NPC's best N or stats in your faction capital, as your DPS is more efficient at lower levels. Do this if you just want the highest number of lovely charms per hour. It doesn't make that much difference though, as your NPC companions do most of the fighting. As stupidly broken as all this is, your chances of getting banned are near zero. As I mentioned earlier, I first discovered this exploit 6 years ago, and it has appeared in my leveling videos multiple times. So far as I know, no one has ever been banned for using it. If you like plays like this, then there are lots more on my Patreon, including the secret infinite spawn method I mentioned earlier for lovely charm farming. Thanks for watching, this has been Archveld.